welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank you all so very much for joining me today for this ramblings, probably. So, all right. I just thought I would come on and show you guys a couple things that I've made for craft fairs. I don't have one until September the 30th, so I have a while. Y'all know me, who knows, there may be one that just like comes up some random weekend or something, but I'm kind of hoping that's not the case. I had a lot of like takeover things and all that coming up, so hopefully no craft fairs until fall, and I think that'll be a good thing. Everyone around here is a little bit burnt out on them. We haven't done so hot at the last few, so I feel like fall they'll be on and popping again. Plus I can build inventory, which will be fantastic. So today is August the 9th. I had to think there for a second. Happy birthday to Jen at Cinnamon Stitches. Just like to throw that one out there. 'Tis her birthday today. Anywho, yep. So I have a couple things that I've made. I have some things that I made and then put in with the craft fair things, and I had those, I took photos of those and put those in the last craft fair video. I made a koala, another koala, and super, I don't know if it's Super Amigurumi or Super Gurumi is the name of that website, but they're free patterns, and you're supposed to use like your 3.5 hook and tiny DK weight yarn, and they make these little bitty guys. I used my 9mm hook and Bernat blanket for the most part. Some of it was different. Bulky yarn, just the same. And they come out much bigger, and it's a really easy, cute pattern. The koalas are absolutely adorable, and so I need to get some more gray and make some koalas for the next craft fair. But I have a list of things that I want for my inventory. So right now I have a few bees. Most of them are like the smaller bees. I need to make some bigger ones. And just, yeah, some things that I would like to have in stock for the 30th, because so I have the one September 30th, I have one in October, or no, I have two in October. I have, I think, two in November, but one of them in November is like a one that I'm honestly the most worried about, even though I have the other ones in between. The one in November, and I hope it's a good one. I hope I'm not going to be this stressed and it's going to be a flop, but the one in November is a week before, like the Thursday before Thanksgiving, and it's the one I told you guys about, that it's just 3 hours and that's all. And like a whole bunch of people come in and they have 3 hours to like Christmas shop, and it's panic mode, and so people are just like trying to purchase the things because they're like have a random nephew that they forgot, you know, whatever, and so they're buying the thing. So I hear it's an amazing thing, and I've heard that from a couple people. So I think that'll be a really good one to get in on. But yeah, that's not until November. So my first one then coming up, like I said, would be not until September, which is even closer than November, but still I have time to prep. So I have some key rings, like keychains, and some safety eyes coming. They should be here very soon, which is fantastic because I'm almost out of safety eyes. But this pattern is just like, I think it's a simple teddy bear that she has two, or they have, like I said, I don't know, the Super Gurumi or Amigurumi, whatever it is. I will link it down below. But I don't know if it's like just one lady or if it's a group of people. I can't quite figure that one out. But they have a regular teddy bear, and then they have a small teddy bear. This is the small teddy bear. So I made him with the Bernat blanket and my 9mm hook, and I can't remember what the color of this is. The blue, like the dark blue, obviously. But he has his little safety eyes and his little nose. He's just super cute, and so I like how he turned out. So I would like to make some more of these and have like, because they were really easy, and just have like a few bears in different colors setting up, like, you know, brown, pink, purple, whatever. But definitely in the chunkier yarn, like things look really cute in the 4-weight, but they take a lot longer, and for as long, or they don't really take longer, I guess, but I feel like they do. I feel like the Bernat whips up so much faster, and like for as long as I feel like they take, even though I'm sure they don't, I just feel like these, I know that these sell better, like the chunkier yarn. It's like a whole thing. So, anyway, got this dude done. So, I have one teddy bear, and then this is a pattern by Rose and Lily. They have a blog, or she has a blog, and she has patterns on there. Some of them are free. Most of them are either paid patterns or will direct you to the YouTubes. Hi, you're already on YouTube. Look at that. So Rose and Lily have a YouTube crochet channel, and there are all sorts of really, really cute amigurumi patterns. And so this is the dinosaur. I'm also working on one in like a pink purple multi right now, but this is the one that I finished. So isn't it cute? His little bitty eyes. Like I said, I'm ready to get my other eyes, because V and I think some bigger eyes and he'd be just right. But he has little spikes in his little tail, big head and tiny arms. So very much like Meet the Robinsons. I have a big head and tiny arms. You didn't think this out. So anyway, these are the ones that I've been working on, and yes, they are the same color, and yes, I have a little bit of that yarn left. Not a lot, but a little. So hey, okay, so those are going in craft fair inventory. Whenever I was at my last craft fair, I sat there and made, I had a mushroom that was almost finished. I finished the stem part of it, and then Finn stitched it together. He's really digging that, like just stitching the things on, which I'm really excited about. It's like, I don't know why I didn't think about that. I can just make bees and wings and just like send them on to you, and you can sew them on. And he's like, yeah, so that's exciting. So I made a couple bees while I sat there also. I made a Pop-Tart, like a wild berry Pop-Tart, and finished it while I sat there because I had time. It was that kind of a craft fair. I haven't even done my update for the craft fair. We talked a little bit on the Tuesday live, but yeah, not good. 2 in a row, not real worth it. So okay. Anywho, so I'm getting new eyes, which is going to be awesome. I'm getting, like I said, keychains, just like the hook part of the keychain, and I'm going to make some more bees for those, some more octopi for those. I have some Pop-Tart keychains, and they are so dang cute, and I think there are like 3 or 4 of those, but they're really, really cute. So I want to make those as far as keychains. I would like to make some gummy worms, and it's like little bitty cute, you know, whatever for keychains. Also, I have 2 little chicken nuggets that I made. And we talked about like just making a container to put those in, and then it can be like a 6-piece chicken nugget or like a 2-piece chicken nugget or something, like either making or like purchasing like a little just tub and making it look cute with chicken nuggets. And I still might do that, but I would really kind of rather have like the fluffier, like a Bernat yarn to do that with. The ones I made, I used worsted yarn, and so they're all right, but they're not exactly like what I envisioned the chicken nugget to look like. So I am just going to turn those into keychains, I think. Technically, if y'all were here, you know that I made the first attempt. I watched, or I looked at a pattern and made the first chicken nugget, which is like, that doesn't really look like a chicken nugget. And then went off of that and made the other 2, so they look like chicken nuggets. But the first pattern, it's so funny. I made it into a keychain, and just to be PG on here, it doesn't look like a chicken nugget. And that's what I'm gonna say. It's just one little nugget hanging from a keychain. And so I gave that to my hubby, and he's never been so happy with something I've crocheted for him. It was amazing. I've crocheted him Freddy Krueger hoodies, a Freddy Krueger like a mini deal, so many beanies to keep his ears warm and things whenever he's just working or when he's hunting, blankets galore, because I love to make blankets. I've made so many things for this man, and he was just like, I really like my chicken nugget keychain. So didn't sell it, it got used though. But the other 2 that actually look like chicken nuggets and not like wherever your mind is taking you right now, yes, that's what it looks like. Anyway, it's hysterical, and he even calls it that, but not for this channel. All right, cool. So anyway, I have the other 2 chicken nuggets, and they're adorable, and they have little eyes, and they're so cute. And so I'm going to make those into keychains. So I will be good, I think, on some keychains or backpack buddies. I guess at this point, really, we can call them backpack buddies. So that'll be awesome. I have several bees that I can turn into backpack buddies. Other than that, I have a few succulents left. I have some that are like more like the roses and things that I tried to do, the clay pots. I've discussed that on here. They didn't work. So I have, I think, just 2 of those to fix to make like a crochet pot for, and then I already have the dirt made, and then be able to just like maybe even have Finn stitch those in there, and so that way it'll have a crochet pot, because those sell so much better. I have not sold one still, clay pot one, but the crochet pot ones sell every time. It's wild. But I want to make some more aloe and some more like cacti and things like that. And then with the clay pots that we had that I didn't use, because what am I going to do with like 8 clay pots? I mean, yes, I love plants, but also that's excessive. And so, I mean, is it? You know what I mean? But also, anyway, I digress. So yeah, so we're going to paint those white. Someone, myself, I don't know, someone in the house, someone, maybe a neighbor, who knows, someone's going to paint those white, and then we're just going to put like funny little sayings on them, like, I don't know, I have some, like, you know, I don't know, I have a Pinterest thing, and anyway, just put like funny little sayings on the white pots and have those for sale too, because plant people, you know. I want to make a lot, I've already mentioned this, more bees. So some smaller ones, several medium ones, and some larger ones. I need to make a lot of squids. So the squids are like one of my favorite. Everyone really, really likes those. I just have one big giant one. He's this big, and then his legs hang off of him. And that's the only one I have. And so I need to make some smaller-ish ones. But yeah, those are insanely popular. So I have Pop-Tarts. I'm wanting to make some ice cream cones. We shall see where it goes. At this point, it'll be into September, and I don't know if anyone's really going to worry too much about ice cream cones. It made more sense at like a July fair. They're still cute, but, you know. Some more of the mushrooms I make in like rainbow colors. I need some more of those, and I just want to be able to, I've mentioned this, I don't know how many times, put them in a little bowl and just have like a bowl full of rainbow mushrooms. Right now, they just kind of lay on the table, but if I had enough to put them in something and make it all cute, I think that would be aesthetically pleasing. I want to make a dreadlock hat. So I have, I think that yarn's right here, but I'm not sure. I have yarn that I got from our local yarn store, and they're just like big, it's a cord almost, and I just want to make a hat and then stitch some of those in and make it look like dreads. Also make some dreads to put in there. I really would like to make some like just add-in extensions, or like clip-in, either have like a rubber band ponytail thing or just like a clip at the end of them, so if people don't have dreads, they can just like have like a little cute accessory. I used to make those a lot, and I kind of haven't been, obviously, because I haven't shown them on here, but I've been kind of wondering that, like, if that would be kind of a thing, just like little hair clips, little yarny, cute, and they can have little designs, maybe some that look like, you know, bee colors or whatever, or some rainbowy colors, some mushrooms, and have like a little charm or some beads at the end and just like a little clip. I think people would really like those. And then, so yeah, dread accessories. I want to work on some bucket hats. So technically I have well over a month. I'm so excited because this is the longest that I've had. I've like been doing craft fairs that I can like plan. Like I'm to the point where I'm like a year into craft fairs, and it's like now I know, like, okay, cool. Like I can do this stuff, these things will sell, this is how I need to do it, you know, and I can work in the meantime to get some like risers and some different things that I've like had on my wish list, and I think it's gonna be rocking, and I'm very excited. So yeah, bucket hats. I want to do some bee bucket hats, some frog bucket hats, mushroom bucket hats because they're way cute, and then some rainbow ones. So like, you know, just, or whatever color, but bucket hats. I want to make some mushroom purses. I want to make a few different purses, some that are just like circles, like for little girls or something, make like $3 or something, just some little, maybe not that cheap, maybe $5. Anyway, just like little round circles that they can just put whatever in, you know, girl purses. There's no telling what's in there. Much like mama purses, women purses, I suppose. Anyway, make some, yeah, just little circle, cute colors, whatever's, and then also make some mushrooms where it's like the stem is where you put your things, and then the top of like the cap of the mushroom raises up the straps, like your purse straps, and it raises up, but it's all one piece. I hope that made sense. Surely y'all have seen them. They're ridiculous cute. So yeah, some more purses and little wallets and things. I have some flip-flops. I used to make flip-flops. I used to make a lot of things back before this whole corner of YouTube started. I used to make hair bows. I've made jewelry for a really long time. All sorts of jewelry. Beaded jewelry, like braided jewelry, all sorts of things. But yeah, I used to make flip-flops. And so I have a few pairs left, and I've seen where, I'm sure y'all have too, where they take the flip-flops and like come off of them, and they'll either make them, like either just take the plastic, like this part of your flip-flop, just either pop it off and then use this to sole and make them look like boots, or they'll go off of like the part that goes over your foot and make them look like really cute sandals. And so I want to do that with some of those, because I have flip-flops. I have like 5 pairs of flip-flops that I'm probably never gonna make flip-flops again. And so yeah, I used to put like little jewels on them, and I used to wrap them and like even do kind of almost crochet type thing around them or whatever, and made them look really, really neat. My husband's aunt went to Vegas for her honeymoon, and I made her some that were like Vegas themed, and they had cards, and they were like bling bling bling, and they were so cool. And so yeah, I used to have a lot of fun with those. So I think some crochet ones, just to kind of, so even just the sole part, and make some boots. There's just some house shoes. Okay, I mentioned little mushrooms. Gnomes. Hi, how are ya? I'm like the Normville connoisseur over here, and I don't have gnomes. I have one big plushy gnome that's made with Bernat, but as far as like just gnomes, I don't have any. I don't know why. I keep meaning to make those. I keep saying I'm going to, but bees sell like crazy, and I usually have like a week maybe in between my last craft fair to my next craft fair, maybe 2 weeks, and that's all. And so I think that since I'm gonna have some more time, that yeah, that'll be really good to make some just normal, they don't have to be anything eccentric, just little gnomes. And then gnome homes, because once again, I had full intentions, I'll say that, to have them ready for my last craft fair, at least one. So I have 2 tops ready. I never got to the bottom, so I just have to make the bottoms, and then I'm just going to put a little door and put them on the plastic canvas like I do Just Make Grass, make them insanely simple. I'm not going to go all out with all the beads and baubles and buttons like I usually do, because I don't think anyone would want to pay for those, because now if you go to Walmart, you get like 3 or 4 baubles for like $5. So yeah, so I'm just going to do like a mushroom house, little door, maybe a window or 2, and the little canvas that it sets on. Super simple. So yeah, gnomes, gnome homes, the koala, which I already mentioned. I want to make some more koalas, because those are silly cute, and they really are quite simple to make. It's just head and body all one piece. You make the limbs and ears. So I want to make some frogs, because I love frogs. Yeah, I think that would be a really good one. I want to make chunky frogs, though. I've had this discussion on here a few times. The leggy frogs are cute, don't get me wrong. If y'all are a leggy frog fan, this is not, don't take it personally. Personally, though, I'm not a big fan of the leggy frogs. Like, they're cute, but there's something about those chunky frogs with little eyes on top that just like, it gets me. I don't know why. So I'm going to make some of those as soon as I find that dang yarn I've been looking for. Okay, so unicorns. I'm not really sure that unicorns are in so much as they were at one point, but I feel like a couple of those would be cool. Also pickles, because I know pickles are insanely in. So I'm going to get some, I was going to use some of this and maybe make some, like the 4-weight, and make some little keychains, and also get the chunky yarn to make big plushy pickles. And then also, just because my booth is kind of different, I want to, and I want to do like the goth bee I've talked about, or it's like a black and white bee with Looks like it has like its wings pierced and has like the band stickers on it and stuff like that, or the band patches on it. I also want to make some, some bunnies. How are you? Words. Some bunnies that are kind of the same. They're like little, just kind of like black with like little spooky looking kind of bunny rabbits. There's also one pattern that it's like 2 bunnies stitched together. It's like a good bunny and a bad bunny like stitched together, because it's almost Halloween, y'all. Didn't know if you knew this. It's like the perfect time of year. It's summertime and it's hot, but people are still talking about Halloween. It's like my favorite time of year. So I feel like I need some spooky things on the table. I've also seen little candy corns. It's like I would like to make some little candy corns, but if no one buys them at Halloween, they're not going to buy them the rest of the year. You know what I mean? But I feel like the little creepy bunnies, I'd buy that in March. I know people in my family that would live in this house that would buy that in March anyway. So I think that would be an alright one for all the time. Also, whenever I made the bees and things last year for Halloween, I made some, I about said zombies. That's a fast zombie, by the way, is a zombie. Anyway, I made some zombie bees. So I guess, you know, whatever, zombies. Anyway, but they were insanely cute. Like I just did green and black, and then made them look like they had like little stitches. Like one had an eye, and then one had like a little X for another eye or whatever. But those sold like crazy. They were so cute. I mean they sold like crazy. I just had a couple of them, but they sold. And so I want to make some more of those. Just like little creepy-esque type things. There's one that's hilarious, but I don't know that it's really appropriate, and so I doubt that I make it, but it is so dang cute, and it's part bee, part ghost, and it's a booby. And I'm like, that is hysterical. Like, I can't even, by the way, it's a booby. Like, it's a scary bee. That's hilarious. But also, like, sitting on the table, and the little kids come up, and they're like, what's this? Because I've had that with, like, the pure romance things. I don't put anything unnecessary out, but I have, like, the lip balm stuff, and it's called Bosom Buddy. And the kids are like, what's this for? And I'm just like, ask your mother. It's just lip balm, but also, I don't feel like I should be having that conversation with you. You're 7. So, because of that, I probably won't make boobies, which makes me sad because they're so dang cute. Yeah, they're like part ghost, part bee, and they're adorable, but it's alright. So, anyway, also we had a live, like a while back, and y'all mentioned keychain gnomes, which I think would be amazing. I think that would be so simple, just to make some little bitty tiny ones. They don't have to be fancy at all. The reverse octopus one's like happy and sad, and I think that would be a good one. A mushroom granny purse, like the granny squares that look like mushrooms, and to make that into a purse, because I have one purse that I made that's granny squares, and it's like a crossbody bag, and it's really, really cute. And I made like an extra little flip on it, so you could like attach something to it, like your lip gloss or hand sanitizer or whatever, or keys. So I have that one. So some with like mushrooms would be really cute. And a water bottle holder, which I think would be a good one too. Or like that, if I had something like hold the Stanley cups. I know most of them have a handle, but even if like I could go around that part, I'm sure there's a pattern out there, but like do that and go like around the handle and then have like where you can carry it. That would probably be a really, really hot item, but I don't know. It's the fun of it all. I never ever know from one craft fair to the next what's gonna sell. Guaranteed, if I don't put washcloths on the table, I get asked about washcloths or scrubbies. If I put them on the table, no one says a word. It's wild. So yeah. I've been wanting to make some more tops and things, but they don't really sell like I would think that they would. Even crop tops like this summer, that wasn't at all a big deal, and they are not they're not pricey by any means. I have a crochet cardigan that everyone's always like, oh, like that neon cardigan that I have, and everyone always thinks it's so cute, and then they see the price and they're like, oh, but it's not that pricey. The yarn for that is over half of how much that costs. I will just say that about it. Like, if I were to go buy the yarn right now, there's no way I would make that again for as much as I have on it. I wouldn't do it again. So yeah, so I don't know about making wearables. Like, I have a couple ponchos and shawls and things out. but I don't sell any of those. I've sold one, maybe two, I think, crop tops, and that's all. Same thing with like baby blankets. I love to make baby blankets, but I don't sell those. So I'm probably going to end up donating the blankets I make and the shawls and things to the women's shelter, because it's about that time of year again that I start getting them things for Christmas and stuff anyway. So that kind of all works out. So yeah. So I'm going to go back through my inventory, because like that I have some scarves, like some knitted scarves, and a whole lot of beanies from this right here, this here Central machine that I have from last year. And I think the beanies will be a really good deal because it's been 100 degrees and I've sold those. The scarves, I don't know. I've yet to sell one scarf, and I think that they're cute, but that doesn't mean anything. So my opinion is irrelevant. Like, I just make the things and bring the things. So yeah, so we shall see on all that. But like I said, I would like to have small, medium, and larges, and some keychain sizes even, of most of the things. I made the strawberry cows. I made 3 officially strawberry cows. One was white, and then I made 2 with the black yarn. I still have the 2 with the black yarn. I sold the one with the white yarn, but I would like to make some more of those, like those little cows, and because they're really, really cute. Also, I've seen like the Squishmallow pillows, the big, just fluffy pillows that are an animal or a creature of some sort. I've seen where they make basically the bee shape that I know how to do in my sleep at this point, because of how many bees I've made. It's unnecessary. Anyway, like looking back at videos of my craft fair booths and stuff, I put one up the other day that was my craft fair booths, and I like watched it. It was just like sold it, sold it, sold it, sold it, sold it. So I've made a lot of bees, and it's nuts. But anyway, with that just like tube, the cylinder-esque shape that is the bee, and they use that, and then they make like all sorts of different animals, just like the little Squishmallow pillows. And I feel like those would be a really big hit, because who doesn't like one of those little Squishmallow things? And so I have like a bunch of just like different little creatures, and I think they'd be really easy. And so I know that that sounds like a lot in a little bit of time, but I've made a lot in a week before. Well, not a lot, that's a fib. I've made things in a week before. So I think that over a month, what's that, like a month and 2 weeks, I should be gravy train biscuit wheels. But yeah, I will obviously come back and do crochet ramblings and show you all what I make. We can call this one, I guess, crochet ramblings and craft fair plannings. I don't know. But yeah, so I want to make a lot of these little dudes because these were really, really easy. And I think these would be a big seller. But like I said, I never know. I always think, I'm like, these are going to sell. And then I'll take it to like 4 craft fairs. So I never know. But I think he's adorable. So I want to make some more little teddy bears. And definitely, I showed Bee this earlier, and she was just like, oh, Mom. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell this one or not. But definitely some more of the dinos, because they're too cute. But we both agree that he needs bigger eyes. Also, the little ones are kind of fun though. I said I'm working on one now that's the pink and purple multi. And then he's gonna, or she, I suppose, whatever, you know what I mean? Gonna have like hot pink spikes. I think that'll be really cute. And then I have red, and I want to make a red one and do, I don't know what color spikes. I'm not sure yet, but I want to have a few of these made, bigger and smaller. I have the Premier Chenille right here, and like with the Bernat yarn, I use my 9mm hook because obviously that's the best one. It makes bigger animals. With the chenille, like the thick or the thinner of those, I use my 5.5. So it's like I can make this with a 5.5 and make them considerably smaller. So I might do that too. But I think they're really cute with the little chunky guys. So yeah, so I have several things on the list. Most of them are all amigurumi because that's what sells. I have, like I said, some purses and things on here. I have the one purse that I made that's like the hot pink and bright orange and like the two-tone grays. I made it for like October, was it? I think it was for Crochet-tober last year. Anyway, I made it and it hasn't sold. And I've thought a few times about keeping it, but it's really cute. And so I don't know. So really, like purses, I haven't had really any luck with those selling. I might have some little like purse organizers also. that I haven't sold. And so really that's not going to be top of my list, like the circle purses and the mushroom purse, although I think a mushroom purse would be all right, but I don't know. I never know what's going to sell from one thing to the next except for bees. I sell a bee every single time. Other than that, I don't know. I've sold nothing but a bee and a scrunchie before. If that tells you how lame the last couple craft fairs have been. Yes, very lame, but a bee, just the same. So anyway, yeah, I think dread hats would be kind of cool just because, and also some dread extensions or just like dread clip-ins or whatever. Also to kind of go along with that, that's where I was kind of going back to. So, the family takes things. Derek makes knives and stuff. He hasn't taken anything to any of the craft fairs, but we've discussed that a few times. That would be a really, really cool thing for him to take because he makes beautiful knives. And so we've kind of talked about that. Squirrely Dan does 3D printing. Finn makes whatever. He sews. And so he makes like little clothes for his wrestlers and stuff. I put some in the last video, a little clip of like a little picture. And so he makes those. B makes jewelry and art. And so her art is next level. She does beautiful things and they are redunculous. She makes stickers, but she also does like art on just like a little canvas. I've thought it would be cool if she started doing like face painting. I don't know that she wants to because she's, you know, whatever. She's kind of shy. She likes kids, but as a whole, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? But I think that would be a really, really cool thing for her to like have a little deal and she can just sit there and do face painting. And I feel like she would make bank because there's a bunch of them that we go to. Sometimes we go and they'll have someone that does face painting, but for the most part they don't. And I specifically heard a couple kids at the last one, like, they don't even have face painting here. And I was like, see, like I told you, you can be making coin right now. So anyway, I don't know. But yeah, that's the plan for the upcoming craft fair season, I suppose. As things play out, like so we'll do craft fair setups and all that stuff once I get all the things. I found a really cool deal the other day. It's like a to hang your towels on, but it just kind of leans against something like the wall. But I think we could get it to lean against the table and then I can hang leggings off of it so you can actually see them. So that would be cool. Also, there are like some different things I want to get for like the amigurumi and put like different sizes, like make a bunch of bees and put them all in one little tub, and then it's like a stand up. It's like 4 little cubes or whatever, and be able to put them all in there together. Because it doesn't matter if I have them individually marked, if I have them separately and like together with the price tag in front. Every time someone will ask me how much things are, so it's like maybe if I put them just in something with like a price in front of it, that might be good. So let's see. Also, for the booth next is coming up, whatever, we just got, and we got to use it at one fair. We got a pop-up changing room for like the LuLaRoe stuff, which I think is going to be really great. It also will help like the crochet items. I feel like it's like, oh, we'll try it on, see if you like it. What do you think? And so yeah, that's been a really good thing. So with that, we kind of want to get like a sign to set out front, like, I don't know, like a chalkboard sign or something that kind of says a little bit of what we have. Because some people, you know, they just like walk past the booth and you don't see everything that's in there. Like, you don't necessarily see bees things that are laying on the table, or, you know, whatever. It just kind of depends. So we have a little bit of everything in our booth. And so just because it'd be cool. So, like a little sign that said what's out there. Let's see. Other than that, I think that's it. So over the next month and a half, then I hopefully will be on here several times, right? Keep myself accountable with this video and y'all. And I will come back with succulents, bees, squids, octopi, gnomes, gnome homes, koalas, frogs, pickles, and some chicken nugs. And then like the bucket hats and purses and such, but all of those things. And then and the funky bunnies. And I mentioned a while back that I found a girl that makes really cute bunny patterns, and then she turns them into things. So one is like a bunny that looks like watermelon, one is a bunny that looks like a mushroom, and one is a bunny that looks like a gnome. And so I think those would be fun if I get to that point. Those are kind of like on further down the list because I'd rather have like real gnomes and gnome home mushrooms, but they're really cute. So we shall see how far I make it. This can be like part 1, and then on the 29th we can see what all I've made. I'll just add the things to a tub. I'll be back in between showing you guys what I make, but we can see from here to now what all I make. So yes. So right now, a dinosaur and a bear. I have a unicorn and some things like so that I made the other day, some bees and whatnot that I made the other day, but this is what I'm starting with. It's a teddy bear and a dinosaur and just seeing how it goes from there. I would really like to find some amigurumi patterns that I can make in the knitting machine. Is that cheating? Perhaps. Is it worth it? Of course. So I don't know what. I know that the last like 4 or so fairs ago that we went, the one that I sold the kid the big giant squid that I made, and then he I got commissioned then to make a koala for his girlfriend, which is where I started making the koala pattern. He brought an alien to show me, and he's like, yeah, it was crocheted, it's so cool. And he brought it, and I could tell that it was made with a knitting machine. And I was like, Ashley, figure this out. And so I'm like trying to kind of look at it, and I think I can maybe get it. It's the arms and legs that are throwing me off. I guess maybe you could like fold them in half. I don't know. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. That would be great. But yeah, it was like an alien on the knitting machine, and I was just like, okay, yeah, like that's the way to do it. So if you guys have any patterns that you know that work for that, that would be fantastic. It's a 46 pin. That's the only kind of thing, like it's the big one. So they're gonna be big amigurumi, but that's okay. So that's the plan over the next little bit. Craft fair hiatus, craft fair break. Kind of excited about it. I know they are excited about it. I know that for sure. So we will take a little break and come back again for fall round 2, right? Fall craft fairs. I'm thinking that fall and like 2 spring ones are worth it. And other than that, I didn't have one, or that's not true. So I didn't have one summer one that was worth it, but that's not true. The summer one that was at the music festival, we're doing that one again. And supposedly they have a show, like another music festival in November. Yes, signing up for that one again because that was like the best place that we've been so far. It was indoors, and so we were out of like the heat, and that was the best show we've had. So I will for sure be doing that one again if they let me. But they're really, really sweet people. So yeah, other than that, not until the 30th. Cool. Like I said, yeah, I'll just come on and show you guys the things as I make them, you know, the usual, right? So there you go. So all right, thank you all for listening to my crochet ramblings and my craft fair plans. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you so very much. I hope y'all know that. I know I say that a lot, but like, real talk, thank you for listening to my ramblings. I appreciate you guys. So all right. Oh, I just got a notification that my sweet D from Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D just went live, so I'm gonna go. So thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you have a wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe. I will talk to y'all very soon.